What is up, guys? This is Jermaine with Good Ranchers. We are coming live from our third Hosted at Home with Good Ranchers. Today, I'm excited to introduce you to my friend, my awesome chef, cook, WWE star, trainer to the stars. Real Deal Mada is in the house.
Let's go. What's up, everybody? We are ready to cook and chow. People, I'm happy to be here with Good Ranchers. I'm excited for this, man. And you should be
dude,
too.
I am so excited. When they told me that we were going to be doing steak shawarma, I was like, bro, let us go. You've done this before, but in a different way. Let them know how you did it.
I've done it in many different ways. It all started at a young age. I grew up in Egypt. I'm from the Middle East, so shawarma is a big part of my life. These flavors mean so much to me. They bring me back home, and which makes it so much better that I was able to perform this at the highest level on Next Level Chef, and to have the GOAT himself, Mr. Gordon Ramsay, love this dish. I made this on a street food challenge from scratch, even the pita bread from scratch in 20 minutes. And to be able to do that and for him to love it, it just means a lot to me.
Nice. Well, a lot of people call me the Gordon Ramsay of Good Rancher, so we're gonna see if I love it. I'm sure I will. What kind of steak are we using today?
All right, so today we're using a flat iron steak. The beauty about this recipe, you can use any steak you want, but today we're going with a flat iron. I'm gonna show you guys how to marinate this. It's quick, it's simple, it's easy, it's packed full of flavor, and it's very versatile. Today we're going with a pita bread wrap, but you can use it over rice, you can have it over salad. You can just go carnivore style, just like me, and go straight meat to the face, baby. Let's go.
Let's go. So what's cool about this too is like we're using flat iron steaks from the newest box we just launched, the home cook box. So go to goodrancher.com, take a look at it, check it out. But you can use top sirloin, which is in a lot of our other boxes. You could use ribeye, New York strip. Shoot, if you really want to go all out, you can use our filet that's in our,
whatever
King
you
Cub
like.
box. Sorry, King Cub box, which we got over here. Take a look at it.
Look at those steaks right there. Look at this is beautiful, people. Appreciate.
Awesome. Okay, well, let's go. Let's jump into the first step, Mada. Let us know what the first step is.
All right, first step is what I'm going to do is I'm going to cut up the steak. And what you want to do is you want to go against the grain with this flat iron or any kind of steak. So you can see the grains right here. You want to go against the steak. I'm going with nice long strips, about like a quarter of an inch wide. You don't want it to be too thick. And what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna get the marinade going while you cut this.
Okay, I'm gonna
I want you to do some work,
Let's get going. All right, hey guys, on the chat real quick, take a second, let us know where you're viewing from. If you have any questions, throw them in the chat right there. We're gonna try to answer all the questions. You can start working on the marinade. I'm gonna ask you one quick question. Okay, tell me about the transition. You were a professional basketball player in Australia,
New Zealand, all over the Middle East. I also played college basketball as well.
And then you transitioned into WWE. How was that transition? How did that go? What?
It was a very random transition. I got an email one day from a casting guy asking me to be on a show called Tough Enough with Hulk Hogan. I thought it was a scam, and I didn't even reply. Next thing you know, the guy Instagrammed me, he DM'd me, and I replied. A month later, I was in Orlando filming the show. It's called Tough Enough. We filmed it in 2015. Ended up signing with WWE, then moved my whole family to Florida to pursue that. And then after that, that's when I started training celebrities. I trained Jason Momoa for Aquaman, and from then on, that's when I got into like the whole cooking aspect of things. I never once in my wildest dreams imagined I would cook for Gordon Ramsay one day. This guy is the Michael Jordan of cooking. So to be able to be at such a high level and to represent myself and my culture, my family, it was just amazing to be able to do the haka for him, to be able to make a beef shawarma for him. It's a dream come true because for me, food is more than just eating. It's more than just fueling your body. Food is love. Right now we're bonding and over food. So it's your ability to connect and unite people from all over the world. It doesn't matter the color of your skin. It doesn't matter the religion you follow. It doesn't matter your ethnicity. We're all one at the end of the day. So for me, the biggest thing about food is that unity. I've traveled the world. I grew up in Egypt, grew up in New Zealand, and I've always felt like food was my cornerstone, was my safe haven. There was a lot of times that I felt like the outsider, and food was the one thing that made me feel like I was part of something, you know what I mean?
Yeah, and it's like we say with ourselves, like, for us, food is fundamental. It's something that brings everybody together, like you're saying, and, part of our mission and vision here at Good Ranchers is to bring everybody to the table. Some of the greatest conversations I've ever had, some of the best times I've ever had it's around food, it's around table. So yeah, man, it's an awesome story. Rip shit.
Yeah,
we gotta get that marinade going. So
all right, let's get it. All right, so first off, we're gonna go with some avocado oil. You can use any oil of your choice, but I love avocado oil because it's got such a high smoke point. Next up, we are going with Mada's secret seasonings and spices. This is better than the Colonel's at KFC. But right here, you got oregano, you got coriander, you got allspice, cumin, paprika, salt, pepper. My secret ingredient here is sumac. It's hard to find. Not a lot of places carry it, but I love sumac. It brings the acidity. It's almost like a lemon flavor to it. So it brings the acidity, which helps really bring out the flavor and everything else. So we're gonna go all the spices right here. Next up, this is my secret right here. So we have cornstarch. Why I use cornstarch for this is it helps hold the marinated seasoning. So when we cook it, it helps that exterior, so you can get that nice exterior, but keep it nice and moist on the inside. The baking soda is kind of velveting, it's tenderizing the beef. So by adding baking soda, like a quick 5 to 10 minutes before you cook it, it's gonna help tenderize that beef. You get that nice little tender cut.
I love it. Yeah, that velveting is a process that a lot of like Asian cooking has. You know, when you get that beef stir fry and you have that really awesome bite of meat, that's because of that baking soda velveting process that really helps tenderize the marinade. Okay,
go with some
look at that pepper.
Black pepper. You guys have heard of Salt Poppy, right? Or Salt Bay? Salt Bay.
Yeah.
Have you heard of Salt Beast though?
No.
Oh,
hey,
let's go.
Let's go.
Let's go. And then we're going with some chopped onions and some minced garlic. Oops. Minced garlic. Now, man, I'm scared of this lemon. If you guys see Next Level Chef, I have a little thing with lemons, so I'm gonna have you do the honors. I don't like cutting lemons too much, man. I have a little phobia.
Do you want me to squeeze this, or because I think I got a little bit more.
I might have something to squeeze it here. Let me try something. Let me try something. This is for the people. I've never done this before. I hope it works. Oh yeah, let's go. First ever bicep lemon squeeze. Let's go. A little bit more lemon.
So you said that you got into cooking because of the fitness journey thing, but have you always enjoyed cooking, or was this something?
Now mix it all up. All right.
Have you always enjoyed cooking, or?
So I got into cooking because I was very overweight as a kid. I was 300 pounds by age of 15, and I come from a Middle Eastern household. If you blink around my mom, there's more food on the plate, right?
Right.
So I started to cook for myself because I wanted to know exactly what was going into my food so I can track my calories and my macros. So that's when I got into cooking. And when you learn how to cook in a healthier way, it's almost harder, right? Because you have to watch your calories. I can't just add butter and sugar and everything. Yeah. So I learned how to flavor food, cook meat really well, and that went a really long way on Next Level Chef because now on Next Level Chef, I'm allowed to use butter, I'm allowed to deep fry, I'm allowed to use sugar, and that really enhances and elevates everything.
Nice. So what would you, like a couple of suggestions out there if you were to try to make this even healthier? I know you said maybe not use the pita bread, but what are some other, are there anything else that you would be able to do?
With this, like for example, my wife, she tries like to cut her carbs a lot of times. So meanwhile, if I have pita bread or I make a Middle Eastern style rice, she'll just do it over a salad, right?
Okay, yeah.
So a nice salad, you put this over a salad with that garlic sauce, impeccable.
Oh yeah, I could also see it being like a lettuce wrap as well.
Yeah.
You can also use chicken if you wanted to. That's another way,
yeah.
right? Like chicken shawarma sounds.
You can use chicken. Too. You can use any type of steak. You can even. I've used this on shrimp. It all comes down to what you want to eat that night. And the only difference is going to come down to your cooking time. Chicken's going to be a lot less than a beef. This is going to touch the pan for maybe 2 minutes. Yep. You want a quick sear on the outside, keep it nice and tender on the inside.
Oh my God, it smells amazing.
Oh yeah, you can just eat that raw, baby. I'm going to go wash my hands.
Yeah. Here we go. I think our next host at home, we need to get like smell-o-vision because this smells amazing. We haven't even cooked it yet.
Hey, somebody tell Elon Musk to get on that.
There we go, right? Hey,
Elon, we need to be able to smell through the camera.
Awesome. Hey guys, the recipe will be on goodranchers.com. If you go to our blog post, we'll post a link here at the end of this if you want to follow along now. What step are we on right now? I think we are on step 4. We're on step 4, right? So
we on step 4. So right now I want to get the sauce going.
Okay.
While this marinates. This doesn't need a long time to marinate. You can do 5 minutes, you can do 30 minutes. On Next Level Chef, like I said, maybe 5 minutes because I made a from scratch pita. So I marinated that, made that pita real quick, made the sauce, and then cooked that very last. So maybe 5 minutes, that's all you need.
Okay, so we know we've probably seen you the most on Next Level Chef. Tell us about how that started. Like, how did you get on the show? How did you prepare? Let's start with that. How did you get on Next Level Chef?
Funny story. The same guy that cast me. I'm not lying. Same guy that cast me for Tough Enough for WWE. He saw that I cooked on IG, and he was like, "Hey, do you want to be on a show with Gordon Ramsay called Next Level Chef?" And I was like, "Hell yeah, I'm down." And so when I replied to him, it was like a year-long process of just vetting, making sure I'm the right person, and I never thought in my wildest dreams I'd do so well.
Right.
I'm a home chef. On Next Level Chef, there's like pro chefs going up against you. And I told everybody I'm going to be gone for like a week. I was going for 5 weeks. I did 13 episodes. I was in the top 6 out of a total of 24 people. So definitely went above and beyond my wildest expectations.
Oh, that's awesome. So we'll get working on the sauce here if you can talk to it at the same time. Did you have to prepare? I mean, because I know you're a professional athlete, right? Yeah, I got you.
So for me, the biggest thing is I knew I can bring the flavor. I knew I can cook meat really well. My biggest flaw was going to be the plating, especially portion sizes. So with the fine dining, you see portion sizes are very small. With me, I eat 5 pounds of red meat a day. My plates look like you're about to feed a lion or something like that. It's feeding time at the zoo. So that was going to be my biggest thing. So before the show, I would actually practice cooking for my wife to make sure my portion sizes and the plating were on point.
Yeah. Yeah. So who's a better chef, you or your wife?
This guy wants to get me in trouble. All right, so we're gonna get started on the sauce. So this sauce today, I'm going with the most simple type of sauce. On Next Level Chef, I use an immersion blender and used egg yolks and oil to make my own. But I want it to be simple for anybody to do at home, right?
Yeah.
So you can use any type of mayo you like. You use avocado oil mayo if you want a healthier style mayo, or you can use a regular style mayo. Hey, whatever you like. So we're going with mayo and Dijon mustard here. And then next up, we got a bunch of crushed garlic. Like enough garlic to keep the witches away.
Oh, there you go.
And then we're going with a little bit more lemon juice.
It's traditional squeezed lemon juice.
You don't want that. I already squeezed everything out of the bicep. Take that seed out. There we go. Whip that up. And then we're gonna be ready to go. If you could turn that pan on.
Yeah, I got you.
We're gonna get that meat on. Oh, I can't wait to eat this. Oh yeah.
It's
gotta be garlicky.
How hot do you want me to get it?
As hot as you, baby.
Oh, baby, let's go. I don't think this range gets that hot. So.
See, look at it. Can you see the sweat?
Yeah. I can
So
see
on Next Level Chef, my mentor, Aisha Arrington. But shout out to Ashley from Good Ranchers. She got me the custom Good Ranchers. Team Arrington apron. But yeah, Chef Naisha Arrington, she would literally wipe my sweat down. So can you see it? So I would cook like this. So make sure the sweat, yeah, there you go. Sorry, a little bit on my nose, It's coming, yeah. It's about to fall off my nose right here. There we go. Whip that up. We good. We Gucci.
Nice. Okay, so what was your favorite dish you cooked on Next Level Chef?
Oh, I'd have to go. My favorite to eat or just the most fun?
Most fun to cook, and then you can tell me your favorite to eat.
Definitely my top winning dish, sushi. I won top dish. That was the first time I wrote sushi in my life.
And you won.
First time ever. And it wasn't just sushi, it was a whole bento box in 25 minutes. I made grilled shrimp skewers. I made a sushi roll. I made a side sauce, salad, and tempura veggies all in 25 minutes. And I was so nervous before that challenge because sushi is very delicate, right?
Right.
I'm the least delicate person there is. And I just remember Chef Richard Blaze, one of the mentors on Next Level Chef, I hear him talking smack about me in the corner to the camera.
Yeah.
He's like, Mada's gonna do horrible. He's not delicate. He's way too big. His hands are too big. And I just look up and it's like, you know what? Challenge accepted. I took that personally.
Yeah.
And I crushed it, man. It was just like, it felt so good. And I was in the top 3 so many times. I did so well on the show. I was very consistent, but I never won that top dish. And it was my curry challenge. I almost won top dish. And I knew like once I got the taste of that top 3, I was like, I want that top dish. And once I got it, it was just like, if you look back at the joy on my face, it was almost like it's up there with having a kid.
Yeah.
Hey,
I
it's close second, real close.
Yeah. He's like, son, I love you, but this sushi was amazing.
But this sushi, Gordon loved my sushi, bro. Ooh.
Okay, I got the
hot
pot going.
Is it hot?
Let's give it a little.
It's getting hot in here. I'm sweating.
Yeah,
Let me check this pan real
check
quick.
the pan out real quick.
I'm gonna need just a little.
Okay,
bit. Let me
Guys,
go.
is there
Ooh, it's hot.
if you have any other questions? Okay, first question from the chat. What's your favorite Good Ranchers cut of meat?
Ribeye all day, every day, twice on Sundays. I eat ribeye probably every single day. I love the fat. I know some people like a leaner cut, like a fillet.
Yeah.
My wife loves her fillets, but I love the ribeyes from Good Ranchers. You can taste the quality in the meat, and I'm not just saying that. Like I look, there's a reason why they call me Real Deal Mada, and I only associate myself with brands I love, I use for my family. You can't pay me to promote a product I don't like. And you look at my Instagram, I'm eating this stuff every single day, and the proof is in the pudding, baby. Yeah, sure, I work hard in the gym, but your stuff is freaking amazing, and I love it. Everybody that uses it, that I know, loves it. But the ribeye, goated.
Tell me.
Goated.
Tell you. That is my favorite cut as well. Okay. I will say that one of the cool things that we have done recently as we've launched our King Cut box, it's our first time we really wanted to focus on the thicker cut steaks. So we have some giant, massive, you see them right here, thick cut ribeyes. So go to goodranchers.com and check out the King Cut box. You're gonna love it, it's amazing. It's perfect for throwing them on the grill, throwing them on the range, however you want to cook them, they're amazing. So
I heard the next box is going to be called the Mada size, though.
that's what they
Tomahawks, baby. All right, so we got pan on high. So if you're cooking for a chicken, for example, you don't want it this high, right? Because the chicken's going to take a little bit longer to cook. But with the steak, you want it on super high. A little bit of oil. Again, I use avocado oil. You can use whatever oil in your choice. And we're coming in. You hear that sizzle, baby.
Oh, man.
I don't want to crowd the pan, so I'm going to put it in a little bit at a time. This kitchen is going to start smelling amazing. Oh my God. Woo! Let's go. I'm excited. It smells like home for me. I grew up, all these flavors, the cumin, the coriander. It just reminds me of home. That's why this dish is very special to my heart. Now, Jermaine, what's your favorite cut of Good Ranchers?
Oh, it's got to be well, it's hard, right? It's like picking what your favorite child is, right?
Yeah.
But I will say this, the bone-in New York strips, oh my gosh, those are like amazing. I love a great ribeye, but a New York strip is, near and dear to my heart.
You know what I love? The bacon.
Oh, the bacon is phenomenal.
That is one of the best bacons I've had because it's meaty. It's not too fatty, so it's perfect.
Yeah.
I use it on all my burgers, and that bacon jam too. You guys have?
Yeah. If y'all guys haven't taken a look at our bacon jam yet, please, you can add it to your next order. Our bacon jam, it is bacon butter. It's amazing. Bacon butter. It is amazing. It's a savory. It's got a little spice to it. Put it on a burger.
If you check out, I made a sandwich with it last week. Go check it out. I put it on the bun and I toasted the bun first. Oh my, it was unreal. You get that nice bacon flavor. It's so good. It's on the money.
Nice, guys. So we've been talking a lot about some of the products at goodranchers.com. If you go to goodranchers.com, you can use Hosted at Home, code Hosted at Home for 10% off your first box. You're going to love it. I promise you, it's amazing. All right, we're searing off the steaks now, right?
See, that's the color you want right there.
That.
That's that beautiful sear. And notice how it only took about a minute, right? Quick sear. Oh, this is gonna be beautiful.
Okay, Mada, you're a self-taught home chef that made it all the way to one of the last rounds on Next Level Chef. If you had one piece of advice to give a regular, just home cook, guy that's just cooking meals for his family, or mom trying to make an amazing dish for their kids, what's the one piece of advice you would give them?
Cook with love. As they say, beauty is an eye of beholder, and some chefs are very strict. Oh, you can't do this, you can't do that. My style is cooking is just like me, one giant fusion, right? I was born in Egypt, grew up in New Zealand, I've traveled the whole world, and I try to bring different flavors from different cultures. I mix Asian and Mediterranean together. I make a Middle Eastern fried rice, for example, because why not, right? If it tastes good, if you like it, if your family likes it, so explore, play around, have fun with it, and make sure it comes from your heart. For me, food is love, so the main thing I do is cook with passion.
I love it. I can tell you're a passionate guy. Okay, real quick, who inspired you the most as a chef, right?
My mom.
Okay.
Watching my mom cook growing up was one of the highlights of just my childhood.
Right.
And I would sit there and watch, maybe because I was always that fat kid growing up. So I was waiting for the food. So, but like watching her growing up really inspired me to cook.
Yeah, man, that's an awesome story. Yeah, I mean, same thing for me.
See those beautiful meat juices? Pro tip. We're going to use those juices to toast our bread later.
Let's go. I love it.
No wastage here, man.
Yeah, but that honestly, man, it's the same thing for me, man. I grew up watching my dad. My dad actually did all the cooking in our household. I'd watch him cook. He'd come home from work late or, just exhausted, but he still found a way to cook. And that's why it's been so important for us at Good Ranchers that we've always produced such a high quality. Quality matters so much to us because, dude, you never know who our customers are cooking for. It could be their son who just came back from college. It could be your husband who, it's date night at the house. So that's why Good Ranchers always leads with quality. We always want to try to produce the best quality possible.
Yeah, exactly, man. And I just, for me, and I said this earlier, it's more than just the food. It's like, it's the what the company stands for, the morals, the values, and the whole family environment. Because like you said, you guys are able to bring people together, right? That's what you guys do. You bring people together over food, whether it's just a Sunday night dinner, 4th of July, whatever it may be, you're bringing people together, and that's the main thing.
Yep, I love it. All right. Real quick question. What is the hardest dish you've ever cooked?
Ooh, beef Wellington burger.
Oh, yeah.
I made a beef Wellington burger, and this thing was so nerve-wracking. It was almost like performing surgery because it was so delicate, and I used the Wagyu Angus blend from Good Ranchers. So normally you'd use a filet.
Right.
It's not very fatty.
Right.
So imagine using that Wagyu Angus blend. I was so nervous. All that fat is going to ooze out. So I had to wrap it so tight. And I know Gordon's going to be seeing that video, and he liked that video, of course. But it had a lot of expectations. And you see, when I sliced it open, that was because I had no idea what was going to come out. I was like, did I pull this off? Did I pull this off? You can't really, test the temp inside. You're not going to mess with that pastry. So I cut it open, and I was like, hallelujah. It was one of the best feelings ever, man. It was like, oh, yeah, let's go.
Okay, all right. I got one big question, right? And I'm sure it's the number one question everybody asks you. When
How much do you bench?
Yeah. What's it like working with Gordon Ramsay?
It is unreal. A lot of people were like, oh, he's mean, he's this, he's that. They think because of Hell's Kitchen, right? This guy is one of the nicest, most genuine, real human beings I've ever been around. The fact that he's the greatest chef ever is a whole different thing, As a human, A1, it doesn't get better. You can tell how much he cares about people. He genuinely cared about every single one of us. He loves cooking, and I love to see people that are passionate in what they do. I don't care whether it's yoga, lifting weights, cooking, horseback riding. If you're passionate about something, I respect that because I have deep passions about things, right? When I'm passionate about something, I go all out. Yeah. Whether it's basketball, WWE, cooking, I'm all about chasing your passions. Life is short. I was in the Egyptian Revolution in 2011. I almost lost my life. Not a lot of people know that, but I had no food or water for a whole week. And going through life and death like that, it teaches you that life is short. Yeah. And never take anything for granted. Tomorrow's never guaranteed. So if you have something you want to pursue in life, go after it because tomorrow may never come. That was the biggest thing because I never thought about what I achieved in life. It was what I regretted, right? I wish I did this. I wish I did that. I wish I told that person I love him, right? So if you think that way, and sometimes I forget, but I have to remind myself, life is short. So continue to chase your passions no matter what they may be and no matter what other people may tell you.
Yeah, so, funny story, and I'll tell a little bit and then Mada can finish it up. We were talking earlier today, and he told me, Mada, take a look at that. That looks amazing. Look at that.
Look at that juice. I can just drink that. I can bathe in that, bro.
So Mada was telling me today, he just became an American citizen, right?
Yes.
And tell him about what happened at the end of the last question.
Okay, so my wife set me up. She told me it was just an interview process, right? So I show up. I think it's just an interview for the citizenship. So normally it's 3 steps: interview, test, and then you get sworn, like the ceremony. So I show up. It's all 3 in one. So I do the interview. They're like, okay, we're ready for your test, and I'm like, I didn't study. My wife set me up. I'm like, oh my God, I'm gonna fail. I have to come back, do it again. And so I go in the first 3 questions, I have no idea, like 0. Like, it's like gibberish, right? So I have to get 6 out of 10. So basically I have to go 6 or 7 for the last 7 questions. And the very last question I had to get right to pass. And it was like Independence Day, the exact date. And I'm a basketball fan, so I remember Philadelphia 76ers, 76, and 1776. So I was like, 1776! And the guy was like, yeah, you're right. I jumped up and down like I won a basketball game. The guy's just like sitting there watching me like, what's going on? Like, he's never seen that before. But it's hilarious. Basketball saved my immigration process.
There you go. Well, hey.
1776.
There you go. And Mada's now a U.S. citizen. So,
I know.
Hey, let us know. What's next, bro? What's next? I know we can keep working here.
Yeah, let's get these buns toasted real quick. So let me grab a spoon. Watch this right here. You gotta get a close up of that. Oh, look at it. Oh, look at this juice right here. Oh, you know that's gonna hit. We're gonna put a little bit of juice. We're gonna toast these pitas. You can use any kind of pita. The larger skinny ones or these smaller ones right here. I'll probably fit 2 in here actually. Get some of this sauce. Let's go. All right, so what's next for Mada? A lot of people ask me that, right? And my biggest thing is, yeah, sure, I love food, I love sports, I love entertaining. My biggest thing right now is I'm trying to pitch my own show called Beasting and Feasting. It's a world travel food and sports show. It's bringing both elements. Nobody's ever done that. Think Triple D, Anthony Bourdain meets sports, right? So you come to Texas, you do rodeo, you eat barbecue. You go to Japan and you sumo wrestle and you eat sushi, right? You go to Brazil, you eat Brazilian food, do Brazilian jiu-jitsu. So you get to explore each culture, each city, each country through the lens of food and sport. And I think for me that's special because like I said, food is love, food is the ability to bring people together, but so is sports. Yeah. The whole world shuts down during the Olympics, during the Super Bowl. And it's the ability, people just sit down and watch all races, all religions, all cultures. And I'm like, man, that's special. If I can do that through a TV show and bring people together, it's more than a show for me. It's a way of life. It's who I am. Because I travel the world and like every city I went to, when I first went to New Zealand, I didn't know anybody. I didn't know the language. Kids would make fun of me. But as soon as I joined my basketball team, I had 12 brothers. Right? Yeah. I had 12 friends. Yeah. And I felt like a part of something. I didn't feel like that outsider anymore. So that was special. And I was like, man, that's so special if I'm able to bring people together through TV.
Yeah, I love that. I love it. And like, it's so crazy how food and sports kind of do the same thing, right?
Yeah.
We bring people together. We've said this multiple times. Okay, so what is your favorite state in the USA?
I gotta say California because I live in California. For me, there's pros and cons everywhere. Like I love Texas. I love the food here too. It's humid. Look at me. I can't live here. My hair is all frizzy. But I love Southern California. Look, at the end of the day, I always tell people this. It doesn't matter where you live. It's who you surround yourself. It's the family. That's what makes the home. It really doesn't matter where I am. As long as I have my family, as long as we're healthy, we're happy, and I'm pursuing my dreams. Like we left California. My son, before he was 2 years old, he was born in Florida, moved to DC, moved to Australia to film Aquaman, and then moved to LA before he was 2. And it's because I'm pursuing my dreams and I'm pushing. A lot of people say, oh, kids slow you down, kids do this. No, man, kids motivate me more. Like anytime I'm down, anytime I'm tired, at the gym, there's sometimes at the gym where I'm just not performing at my level. I'm like, my kids need me to do this. Like I got 8 reps, my kids need me to do 15. And I do 15, I do 20 because they motivate me to be the best version of myself because at the end of the day, I'm super dad. I'm their superhero. Yeah. I'm a real life superhero to them. Yeah. They look at me, the look in their eyes. They're in in the bathroom checking their abs, doing push-ups, eating steaks, like doing everything I do. Yeah. And it shows me that I'm such an inspiration to these individuals. I have to be the best version of myself. If not for me, for them.
Yeah, dude, that's such a great answer, man. I love that.
Oh my God, look at that.
Oh my God, look at that.
You can just eat that bread right there. Oh man, I'm starving.
Okay, don't forget, guys, you can put a question in the chat there if you have any other questions for Mada. I know we've got the question, I think, let me see. Cindy from Pennsylvania asks, why Good Ranchers? Like, where'd the partnership come from, the products? Obviously, I know the answer, but why did you pick Good Ranchers?
All right, so we're gonna head over here. I want to get these.
Yeah, let's get them plated.
Oh yeah. All right, so I've tried other meat brands. I've worked with other meat brands, and I was introduced to you guys through a mutual friend. Love the products. I was like, usually, like when I get a boxed package of meat, it's like frostbit and it's just off. It's never right. I hated frozen meat.
Right.
And they were like big companies. I'm not gonna name names, but they were big companies, and I was like, this doesn't taste good. It's not like I'd rather get a ribeye from Ralph's,
right,
which isn't good by any means.
Right.
And so when he sent it over, I was like a little spectator. I was like, it's not gonna be that good, whatever. I'll take free meat. And I was like, oh, this is the real deal. This tastes good. It's good quality, which I'm very impressed because it's hard to do. That means your quality control, your attention to detail to make sure that every customer receives like a great package is phenomenal, which shows your customer service at the end of the day.
Yeah.
But I love the products, but more important, I love the people. You guys made me feel like family. It's run by good people. You guys care about the product. A lot of people are just numbers, right? How can I make more money? How can I make more money? Yeah. Right? They're trying to cut corners. Look at Chipotle. Chipotle's received backlash because they're trying to cut their serving sizes. Now they receive so much backlash. They're increasing it back. But I'm just giving you an example. Companies only care about one thing: profit margins. Yeah. You guys, of course, you're a business. You want to make profit, but you guys care. You care about every single person, every single order, every single customer.
Yeah, and I appreciate that. Yeah, we've worked really hard to, like we said, we always lead with quality first. But the other thing that we've done too, and we've taken, this is actually kind of a cool motto to tell you, is like, we took a chef who we know, Chef Bo Mack, who's been on a bunch of different Food Network shows, has an awesome restaurant, and we actually had him come in and help us spec out our product from the trim level to the cuts that we want. And so the great thing about Good Ranchers is, and just you saw us, all we did was chop the meat up. We didn't do any trimming. We didn't have to cut any fat. It's like that for our steak, for our chicken, for our seafood. So when you buy a pound of Good Ranchers, you get a pound of meat you're gonna cook. There's no trimming involved. There's no fat or anything like that. So
yeah, and that's what my wife only eats your chicken breast. She's one of those really picky. She's like, it's got a string on it. It's got a piece of fat. It's got this. She's always just feeding me all the gristle and the fat of everything, right? But your chicken breast is pure chicken breast, like absolute 100%. Yeah. And again, it goes back to that attention to detail, right? Yeah. The profit, like I'm sure you can make more profit by just throwing whatever in there, but you care. You want the best for the consumer. My biggest thing is this: whenever I own a business or sell a product, how would I sell it to my own child? Right. Yeah. Right? Yeah, that's a great way to put it. Yeah. Right? Yeah. Do I want to give them just a fat and a gristle, or I want a good quality chicken breast? Yeah. Do I want that? Yeah. And you guys do such a great job with that. I
appreciate it. Yeah, it's kind of funny you said that, because Ben and Corley, who founded the company, they always say, like, we're never going to sell a product that we wouldn't feed our own family. Yeah. And the reality is, all of us here, that's the only meat that we eat is Good Ranchers in this house, and Ben and Corley do the same. It's the only meat they ever do is Good Ranchers. And what's a cool thing with our staff, we give, our staff gets a free box of meat every month, because we want them to be able to taste the product, understand it, know it, but we know it's the best stuff you can buy. So don't have to buy, skip the grocery store. Buy from Good Ranchers.
Exactly. So, do we have any more questions before we start plating this up?
Yeah, let me see. Okay, what's your go-to dish at home? Like I'm at home.
Okay, so of course it's steak, but I'm a burger guy. I'm smash burger daddy right here. I don't know if you see on my Instagram, I've been doing an international smash burger series. I'm doing Middle Eastern, Japanese, Italian, you name it, and I like to bring different cultures and flavors to the burgers, but I can eat burgers every single day.
Oh yeah, that's me too. I can eat burgers every day too. Yeah. You know what I can do is I can eat. Smells like I can probably eat this thing every day.
Oh so yeah, we're gonna get started. So we got our nice toasted pitas, slathered in this beautiful garlic sauce, right? Oh, we get a little bit on here, a little bit on there. Spread that out. Then we're coming in with that meat. Where's our meat?
I got it.
Where's my meat?
Yes, chef. Yes, chef.
Where's the meat? Oh yeah, look at the meat. God, that's so good right there. A little bit of meat, and then we got our garnishes. With the garnishes, right, very flexible, very open, whatever you like. You can put whatever you want on here. What we're gonna go with today, a little bit of pickled onions, tomatoes, pickles, and some parsley. What I like about this combo right here, the acidity in the pickles and the pickled onions really help elevate everything. It takes that flavor profile. It just mixes so well with the richness of that beef and that garlic sauce. Together, the bite you get is phenomenal.
Oh, that's awesome. Quick question from the chat. They want to know, how much protein do you eat a day? Are you tracking your protein? Are you tracking your macros? Or?
Yeah, I eat between 8 and 10,000 calories a day. I probably eat 700 grams, 600 to 700 grams of protein a day.
God, dog,
it's a lot.
Yeah, a lot.
It takes. I mean, I'm 300 pounds of pure muscle. I work out 2 to 3 hours a day. I'm very active. I'm a trainer in LA. I'm always playing with my kids. I take them to the parks. I'm burning a ton of calories. Usually, my last meal of the day is like between 5 and 6,000 calories on its own.
Oh, geez. Okay.
So I usually save most of my calories for the end of the day. That way, I get to enjoy a little bit more. And one other thing I like about this is you'll see the color coordination, right? You got the green, you got the purple, you got the the red. So it just looks beautiful as well.
Yeah, this looks awesome. It smells amazing. I cannot wait to try it. I got one last question before we dig in here, because I think everybody wants to know this one question. What do you think it is?
What is it? How much do you weigh?
No. How much can you bench press?
My max ever was 500.
500. Okay.
500 bench press, 735 squat, 735 deadlift. Those are my maxes ever.
Okay.
I don't barbell bench press anymore.
Yeah.
Because of WWE, I herniated discs in my neck. So I lost a lot of function in the shoulder. So even right now, I have a torn bicep tendon, torn supraspinatus, torn posterior labrum in my shoulder.
Jeez.
And I just work around it. So a lot of people, and this is a great metaphor in life, a lot of people look at like what I can't do.
Right.
I can't back squat anymore, right? Because I can't even reach. Look, I can't even tie my apron.
Yeah,
You
I had to
tie
tie
for
the
me. Gordon
apron, right.
Ramsay would tie my apron. Aisha Arrington would tie my apron. I can't reach. And it's because of the shoulder injury through my herniated disc from WWE just being dumped on my head.
Yeah.
So instead of looking at it, oh no, why me? I can't squat anymore. Just learn how to front squat. I just hit 635 on a front squat.
My
right?
gosh, yeah.
So it's a great metaphor in life, and like sometimes in life you got to look at what you can do, what you have, instead of what you don't have.
Right.
You change your perspective in life, it really goes a long way.
God, I thought we were gonna do a cooking show today, but I think we've done Deep Thoughts by Mada, man.
We need to start a podcast.
Dude, let's do it. Let's go. Normally, I would say let's plate this up, but I don't even want to wait.
Look at this
long.
right
So,
here,
dude,
man.
this
You
looks
want to plate it up?
phenomenal.
You
No.
wanna show the
Let's
people?
go straight off the. Let's go.
Yeah,
we'll plate it off. You want to plate it up?
Yeah,
we
want
can get in there.
Well, you got to show the people what we're working with. Oh my God. Oh, this is gonna smack. Look at that right there. You get to show the people. Come on, Adam. Adam is behind the camera, old camera shy. Come on, Adam. Mr. Adam Buzzcut right there. Mine was bigger than yours.
Yeah. I got more jokes than you can imagine.
Look at that right there. That's what I love about it. Look at the colors, everything, the flavors. Again, this is so versatile. Chicken, beef, whatever you want. I love using a wrap or even rice as well. And if you're looking for a low carb variation, you could do a lettuce wrap. You could do it over grilled veggies is a great option. Grill up some zucchinis, tomatoes, onions, or you can just go straight up carnivore style.
Oh, I like it.
Yeah.
All right, enough talking.
All right, hold up. You know it ain't official till a taste test. All right, cheers.
Cheers.
Let's go. God. I'm sorry.
First of all, it looked so good. I took way too big of a bite. But oh my!
Did you choke on my meat,
bro? That's the meat we're choking on. That was phenomenal.
Meat,
oh my God, dude!
Hey, I can't stop eating it, but I gotta stop to talk to you guys.
I'm gonna take one more bite real quick.
One more
You know what's crazy about this is like you get that awesome soft texture from the pita, but that pickle has a little.
I told you.
The pickle has a bit, but that.
Look at that bite right there. Oh, I'm making a mess.
I will dance this. But I'm gonna tell you that meat is so tender. It is so tender.
That baking soda.
Man, It took on that marinade really nice.
Yeah,
I think
cornstarch.
Yeah, and it's just so tender.
Anytime you use the baking soda and cornstarch, whether it's Mediterranean, Asian dishes, it goes such a long way.
Yeah. So we made that with the flat iron. Like we said, you can use sirloin, you can use the chicken, the shrimp. There's so many other meats that we can use for this dish. Guess what? Good Ranchers sells them all. I could only imagine this thing would probably taste amazing with the ribeye too.
Oh yeah, I've made it with the ribeye. It's next level.
Okay, guys. Check out Hosted at Home, or use the code Hosted at Home at goodranchers.com for 10% off there. We got one last request before we get out of here. You got anything else you want to say? You want to tell the people?
No.
Tell the people.
I love you.
Awesome.
No, thank you. I love you guys. If you tuned in, keep tuning in. Good Ranchers and Real Deal Mada. I'm gonna be posting all of these recipes. If you ever need help with recipes, cooking advice, even life advice, help me out. For me, as an influencer, I want to influence people in the right way, in a positive way. I'm not just out here to just chase likes and followers. So I genuinely care about people. I want to influence people in a positive way and make sure you're living your best life and being the best version of yourself.
That's awesome. Hey, go check them out. You can go see Next Level Chef on
Hulu, baby.
Hulu right now.
Let's go.
Okay, Gordon Ramsay asked you to do one thing when you got eliminated. You left the show. He said he asked
Oh
you to do
my!
one thing. Give the people what they want.
Oh my
Can
God!
you give them a little bit of
all right.
hot?
All right. You gotta hold. If I'm doing this, I might hold up. I gotta ask a question technically. Mike, do I need one or no?
You ain't gonna need it.
I'm not gonna need it. All right, he said it. All right, you take my shirt, you take my apron. Carite! Carite! Kamu! Sa! Kamate, Gorako! Kamate, Gorako! Tenete tanata, Puro, Tane! Nana Viki Tera, Aupane, Pane Vititera. Hey!
All right, dude. Awesome. Bro, you got me hyped. I'm ready to go eat the rest of this thing and
ready.
fight somebody. All right. Hey, guys, go to goodranchers.com. You can pick up our new home chef box that has all the product that we cooked here today. Check out the King Cut box. Use the code Hosted at Home to get 10% off your first box.
AKA the Mada Cut.
The Mada Cut right here. Hey, shoot them your Instagram.
Real Deal Mada, baby. Holla at your boy.
Nice. Awesome, guys. Thank you guys so much. It's been another awesome Hosted at Home. Check your emails. We're going to be announcing who our next guest is on our next Hosted at Home. You're going to be excited. You're going to love it. And we're done.
Let's go! Dude, he threw me off.